Hey, everybody.
Hello. How's it going?
It's going well. It was a beautiful day. The sun was shining.
Where has this weather been?
I don't know, but it can stay around for a lot longer.
It is so beautiful, this weather.
It was like cold this morning. Like I had on my, let's talk about my outfit this morning.
So I walk into
I
work.
had on a unique outfit.
I walk in and she's like, you're not even going to question my outfit.
I thought for sure she's going to be like, what in the world are you wearing?
I am battling a 4-day migraine, and it is truly her saving grace that I just couldn't even like look at her, because honestly, it was like looking directly into the sun with what she was wearing.
So I have on these pants, which every time I wear them, they're from Nordstrom Rack.
She's got 2 pairs of pants that I really dislike. This is one of them.
Oh, you don't like these? Everybody loves these pants. They're like joggers.
I think people
like
are
corduroy
just nice
joggers.
to her sometimes.
They are not. Anyways, every time I wear them, people are like, those are so cute.
So I think with the right thing, they would be cute. You did not wear them with the correct
today they
thing.
weren't cute with these shoes.
Did you sleep in them last night?
No.
I was just curious.
No, but whenever I wear joggers, I always feel like it looks sloppy. When you wear joggers or people at the market, I think they look sporty.
So
I just feel like I'm wearing my pajamas.
I actually disagree with you. Maybe because these are like that material that you feel that way. Like, I think you look cute. I didn't mean to like fill up your leg. I think you look cute in the jogger style. I think if you feel that way, it's probably just the material. Like, I would not wear these to work. These are true sweatpants that I have on.
Yeah.
But
so I'm wearing my Patterson shirt, but then I had on like my...
Oh my gosh, she had this quilted jacket on,
Quilted
which
jacket.
by itself would be adorable.
Mm-hmm. But that wasn't warm enough, so I didn't want to be too cold. So I put on my Cotopaxi vest.
So here's the thing. I never mind her wearing the Cotopaxi vest because I'm the one that bought it for her for her birthday last year. So I like actually get pride every time she wears it. I feel so happy. I'm like, oh, when you buy someone a gift that they actually like, it's such a great feeling. And so I'm like, oh, that's wonderful that she wears it. But she wears it a lot.
Yeah, it's my starting the morning piece. And then I like peel it off later.
Yes, but there was like multiple starting the morning pieces. It was just a weird look. And then she had on her red boots.
That was the kicker. That was the whole bad thing with the outfit.
It was a rough outfit.
I had on my duck feet, which I'm actually wearing now. Which everyone loves these too. And anyways, I just needed barn shoes. And then I just went to the barn and then I went to the market and then I went back to the cider barn.
When you say things like everyone loves these, like who's everyone?
So Olivia wants a pair of these boots.
Ironically, I could actually see her wearing them.
But so all the things that I was wearing that people normally say they like just don't go together. And I was well aware of it. And I still didn't care.
Everything would have worked. Anything individually would have worked. It just together was a hot mess.
And it got hot talking about
really
hot today.
warm.
It got
Like,
warm. It was nice.
I wore a long sleeve
t-shirt.
t-shirt and a vest, and I was like sweating while I was working. I may have a slight fever, so I'm not sure if that's why I'm sweating. But
Bill's
that's
like,
okay.
don't get sick.
I think I just have a really bad migraine right now. So
Well, you went to the urgent care.
I did. They
Really
looked in my
received.
ears.
Let's discuss this.
I'm really
care.
disappointed. So I paid $50 copay because, okay, so first of all, I do not have, and this is part of my problem. If you live in the Cleveland area and you love your regular like PCP doctor, please let me know because mine retired and I need one. I have a lady doctor. I have a Crohn's doctor. I have a neurologist for my
Got a lot of
migraines that I
doctors.
love. I have all those doctors, but I just need a doctor for like if you're sick and you need to go to the doctor.
But sometimes like going to the Minute Clinic, like Parker had to go to the Minute Clinic. There's no copay.
So I had a $50 copay. I think that depends on your insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So our insurance, we can go to UH or Cleveland Clinic, which I find to be very, very nice. And there is a brand new UH in Mayfield, which is a little bit 10 minutes from our house. So I was like, I'm going to check. And they were able to get me in at noon. I went on this morning, made an appointment. I was like, this is great. I went in and this is what I did wrong, apparently. The girl that was checking me in, taking my vitals, said, what is bringing you in? And I said, my ear is really bothering me because I've had this headache for a few days and now my ear is bothering me. And honestly, this is like one of the worst headaches of my life. And I don't say that lightly because I genuinely do get migraines and I get really good ones. And this one is taking me for a ride. Like this is a really good one. And so she walked out and the doctor comes in and he's like, what's bringing you in? And I'm like, I have a really bad headache and a really bad, my ear is really bothering me. I just want you to look in my ear and see if there's fluid. And he's like, well, you said something that was alarming. And I'm like, well, what did I say? And he's like, you said that it was the worst headache of your life. He's like, and if that's the case, there could be something major going on. And he started like naming off like, I don't know, brain bleeds and like, okay, I don't think I have that. All right.
Let's not scare the patient.
Right, exactly. So then he says, well, let me look in your ear. He spent about 20 seconds looking in my ears at max. I'm probably over exaggerating that number. And then said, Didn't look anywhere. Didn't look in my sinuses. Didn't look in my
I really
throat.
wanted to look up your nostril because I think you've had some sinusitis or something.
Issues. I think that is part of this, which is leading to not help it so much. But he did not even look. He literally looked in my ears and immediately goes, if the headache's that bad, you need to go to the ER. And like completely like, that was it. I'm like,
not a great bedside manner.
No, not a great experience. And I was just so annoyed. I like got in the car. I called Tom. I was like, I'm so frustrated. Like I already feel like crap and I'm not going to go sit at the ER for like them to be like, you have a really bad migraine. You should go in bed. Like,
so if it is serious, you should go, but you know what a migraine is. You know, you have a migraine.
I don't think it's now I have a friend that I've actually been texting with who, her name is Sarah and she has a blog called My Migraine Life. If you ever get migraines, like I'm getting a pulsating thing right now. And if you ever need someone to follow, it's really interesting to follow her. I went to high school with her, but so I reached out to her today and I was asking her questions like, hey, have you ever been to the ER? If you go, is it really worth it? Because nobody likes to go to the ER. It is like the world's longest experience. And that's just what like just stinks about our healthcare.
To get sent home.
Right. For them to be like, you're fine. You have a headache. I'm like, I'm not going to go sit there for hours. So I came home and I took some of my migraine meds and I am been in a black room all day. And
I'm like, Danna, like Tom or Bill can podcast with me.
I felt like that was a bad idea.
And she's like, no.
So I peeled myself out of bed for 20 minutes.
She is really rallying through this.
I am rallying. My husband is amazing. He like has handled all the kids today and he left work to go pick Joey up at school and Sam and it's been great.
And then you said he had to cancel his tea time?
He was considering going golfing today, and he decided not to go. I don't know that
That was probably a good call.
Well, so
Tom.
I honestly don't know that I think he might be blaming me. I think that like the group may have decided not to go, and he's trying to be like, oh, babe, I canceled my tea time for you. But I think that it was like an ongoing thing with everyone that like nobody was going golfing.
But you said you had a little bit of mom guilt.
I always have mom guilt when I'm sick. So
but wouldn't, okay, so this is funny.
I know.
You know what I'm going to say?
Well, I complain about my kids.
No. I was going to say when the mom gets sick, it's like, it really stinks. So a long time ago, this is kind of X-rated. Ready for this? Everybody brace themselves. So I used to blog and write, and I got really sick once. And when the mom gets sick, not good. Like, and I was sick for like, I don't know, I think a day or something. Mm-hmm. Laundry piles up, dishes. So I titled this blog and I wrote, I'd already written it and I'm like, when a mom goes down.
Oh boy.
I mean, when the mom goes down, like the whole house falls apart is what I meant.
I'm not sure we should title this podcast that.
So,
although we might increase our viewers.
Well,
or our listening.
That's the whole new crowd reading the blog.
Crowd.
That's a different crowd of people.
Yes.
Let's just say that's not how I meant it.
That's really funny.
So you had a little bit of guilt.
Yeah, so I also, I have Crohn's disease and I have once had surgery and twice other times been in the hospital. And I never want my kids to feel scared. I never want my kids to be like, my mom's really sick.
Your kids are probably more scared when you yell at them than they are when you get sick.
I know, but like this is like a doozy and like, I don't know. I just feel bad. I feel bad like I've already like, I'm gone a lot right now because it's crazy season. So then when I am home and now I'm sick.
I don't think your kids care.
I don't think they care either. I think it's on me. I have the mom
guilt. You have the mom guilt. But let's talk about mom guilt. I was talking to a mom friend actually today, and she was in Columbus, driving home from Columbus, only to turn around and drive back to Columbus tomorrow for another meeting.
Talk about like all of your years doing that when you did it for your kids.
But so people are crazy because they're like, why wouldn't you just stay overnight in Columbus? I'm like, I totally get it because you have kids at home and it's more work and you miss them. Well, so you go home
and it's not just
do the mom things.
It's not just the mom guilt part of it. It's like
you want to be there.
That like I have not even. So Sam started like a new club, and I heard you like asking him about it.
I know all about it. He said, kind of boring because they were just planning. They were planning. They didn't actually do anything today.
But like I didn't even ask him about that. And then like as much as Tom has been amazing, these like 8 weeks of craziness in fall that we experienced,
he knows it.
Like nobody like cleans your house the way you clean your house. Nobody like does the thing. Like he's been awesome, but like. He's not scrubbing toilets. He's not, so there's like other things that I'm like, have been let go that I
feel like I have a rager happening in my house 24/7 with all the teenagers that are in it and the people that use my bathroom.
Well, I'm one of them.
I feel like I clean my toilets because I am obsessed about clean toilets. Mm-hmm. You kind of are clean bathrooms too.
Normally I am. And this is like eating me alive right now.
I feel like I have to clean everybody's stuff because everything's like, I don't know. There's so many people in it. And today my aunt and uncle came to visit.
That's
Well, you
right.
missed them because you
did,
were
and
gone.
I'm so sorry.
They had such a lovely visit. It was a beautiful day for them to come. But I had to run home because I'm like, I have to straighten, not clean. Like I had to pick up some stuff.
No, but if you at least straighten, you feel a little bit better.
I did feel better. It was fine. But yeah, I mean, it's rough. It's a busy time of year, but we shouldn't have the guilt for these things.
I know. And nobody's putting it on me but me.
Mm-hmm.
My husband
that's what
is
I
not
think.
putting it on me.
Who
My
does
kids
mom
are
guilt?
not
I think
putting
it's moms
on
putting the guilt on
moms.
themselves.
Right. I'll always be like, Tom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. He's like, babe, it's fine. Like he genuinely, like, he doesn't have a word to say about it. Like, he's so chill about all of it. And like, I'm the one that's building up this like guilt in my head. He's not. He's fine. He's totally like, we're doing what we got to do. That's it. I don't know. He's
being really nice.
He's trying to like make up for, what am I trying to say? He's trying to like,
I don't know, because I think he's kind of nice all the time.
well, no, he's very nice all the time. He's trying to
suck up.
Yes, like so
butter you up.
Butter me up. That's what I'm trying to say. Nothing's going to happen right now because I feel so yucky. But maybe he's like saving it for another time.
Tom's just a nice guy. He's loading the dishwasher
as we speak.
Bill, I guarantee you, is asleep in the chair when I get back home.
That's all right.
Campbell's headed home from basketball. Driving in the dark.
So you guys are kind of in this like slight lull of sports before the chaos begins.
Starts again on Friday.
Right. Isn't it crazy? Like so we're in a slight lull until we have November 13th. We start.
Oh, you get that long off?
Yeah, we have like 3 weeks of no sports.
Oh, that's
and then
so
Olivia
nice.
will start her travel volleyball.
We finished the marching band season. That was done
Which I
Monday
have to
night.
say, so I'm going to say 2 things about this. I'm actually talking more than I anticipated because I didn't
You're
think
doing
I'd
good.
be able to. Yeah. 2 things. One is we had a great concert last night. It was a really cool thing that they did, and we got to go and watch the band perform all of their shows from the whole season. And
show
I
1, show
never get
2.
to see the pregame show because I'm always stuck at work and I get to the games late. So it was really cool for me. So great job to the band. But I reached out to a mom this morning, and I'm not going to use names or anything, but her son is a senior at West G, and he plays football. He was there last night. He sat multiple rows in front of me. He was sitting alone. He was truly there as a football player supporting the band who supports
that
him.
was nice.
And I was so impressed by this.
By himself?
Yes. And of course his mom was like, well, he has friends there too that are in the band, but she said, we really support West Yaga, and we feel that it's very important that these are the kids that come and support him every week. And I was just, this kid doesn't know me, or I know his mom, like I probably would have gone up and said something to him. But I was really, really like, I didn't really make a big deal about it last night, but it was just enough that I wanted to reach out. Cause
That's
as a
nice. Because
mom,
as a mom that you like to hear those things.
Yeah, it was
because sometimes
really,
our kids make us not happy.
Sometimes as a mom, we hear
we
things
need the
we don't wanna hear,
reassurance
right?
of why we love them.
So it was such a cool thing. So if you have a football player in your house, like remember that like the band supports you. And this kid, I have seen him at Olivia's volleyball games before. Like he truly does support all of West G, and their family does. But like in general, like remember that the marching band doesn't get a lot of credit sometimes, like outside of their own.
I feel like
community.
our school does though.
Our school does, but I don't think every school is like
Oh
that.
no.
Our school is definitely somehow I can't figure it out. Our band director
cool.
has
like
made
it's
it
weird.
cool. And I don't understand how he has done this, but
It's because he is so flexible.
he's so flexible.
and he wants it to be fun.
There are band directors out there that are like, oh, you want to play a sport? Sorry, you can't.
Right.
You can't play a sport.
You want to show sheep? Whoops,
You can't. So all these kids that want to do multiple extracurriculars are like, I don't want to do them. So you've got a lot of these athletic kids that don't ever end up in band. And in our school, we have the opportunity. I mean, we've got kids in football uniforms at halftime on the field.
Nice.
It's amazing. So sometimes the band does not get the credit that they deserve. And so if you go to a school where that's the case, please remember they are the ones out there. Our band director made a comment about how like it was pouring rain this past weekend and the band is there supporting. So like support the band.
Yeah.
It's my little go-to. Also,
fun. We had to
the
leave.
basketball team and buy candy bars.
Oh yeah, we're selling candy bars at the market. If you live in the area, we're selling Buckeye chocolate candy bars
And they're
to
big.
support the girls basketball team because female athletes rock.
Yes, they do. And these candy bars are pretty good size.
They are. Here's my thing. I don't love a candy bar.
That's the difference. That's why I look like this and you look like that.
I wish that I liked a candy bar because I would buy one, but I'm not gonna.
Would you prefer chocolate or do you prefer
Caramel. Now, if there was caramel,
nope, that
when you
doesn't do it
bite
for me.
into it and you pull it away.
No. I like almonds.
It was so good. Well, I had to leave the concert early with Parker because we had junior fair board interviews. Mm-hmm. And so I don't know where I come from. You dress up. I think Campbell just got home because our little garage door just opened. You dress up and you go to an interview. So we had the kids. We had to leave early to get him there. So he interviewed and he was so nervous.
Which I find funny because he's the most.
He's such a talker. Anyways, he did great. I could hear everything they were saying through the paper thin wall. So I'm like listening, like not really, but I kind of was. I was curious. And so we did good. And then Jack and Campbell came. And so they had to miss their interview times because of the band contest. So I had to message the lady. I'm like, listen, I'm so sorry. We thought the concert started at 6. It starts at 7. So there's no way they can be at their interviews on time.
Sure.
So she's like, if you can get them here by 8:30, we'll interview them. 8:31, they pull in.
That's amazing.
And Campbell had switched her dress in the car. Jack put on his like pants and his shirt. And I wanted so badly to tell the kids, forget it. Just wear what you're in.
Right.
Because no one really dressed up.
I mean, I find that to be funny,
But it's what you do for an interview. When you go to an interview, you dress the part.
So Bill always tells a story. There is our old neighbor, Jasmine, who is getting married this weekend.
Friday.
Yes, I'm going to her wedding. I'm so excited to see my little Jazzy get married. I've truly watched.
Can you imagine her parents? I feel like they're going to be a disaster.
They are. I mean, we have all watched this girl grow up. Like when my kids were literally 1 and 3 when we met them, and so I mean we've known them for so many years. And
maybe they'll be surprised, but I just have a feeling it's going to be hard.
I think it's going to be very emotional, especially for her dad. And so Bill always tells a story that when she came to work at the fruit farm, kids interview and they show up in sweats.
Ratty t-shirts and shorts.
I mean, and in their defense, I feel like they're probably like, I'm going to work at a farmer's market, at a farm market, like whatever,
We've seen what the owner wears.
But she doesn't look so great. But in all seriousness, I don't think a lot of the kids put full
I was talking
effort.
about Bill, by the way, not me.
My bad. Oops.
Go ahead. Sorry, just kidding.
But so like they don't dress terribly, but they definitely don't put their best foot forward. And so I guess Jasmine's mom, Cheryl, made her dress in a suit, to come for the interview. And Bill to this day, still remembers. And
she's the only girl that ever came in a suit.
She was going to get this job regardless. It was kind of funny. And the job was hers anyways. But she really, she took it so seriously. And I think it's such a good reminder.
That's nice.
Kids should do that.
You got to dress the part. So it's funny. So Jack, everybody had been practiced, we've been quizzing them with questions, and Jack, everybody did their thing, and they get there. Jack was really ready, and they're like, "Come on in, you two just come together." So
they had to do it together.
They went in together, which I thought was cute. But I'm like, oh man, I bet Jack just wanted to go in there by himself and really wow the lady judges, and he had to go with his sister.
But I'm sure that also at the same time it's probably a little comforting to not be alone. You know what I mean? It's a little easier.
So they all made the junior fair board.
That's exciting.
I don't think they got anyone. I think anyone who applied got accepted.
It's still pretty exciting.
No, it is.
I think it's a neat thing.
It is very nice. So they're excited, and Parker was really sweating it out there. He's like, meanwhile, I don't know if any of them listen, so I should be careful. But meanwhile, they're like, go ahead, Mom, fill out the paperwork. So I'm in my head, I'm like, well, they must have made it. So finally I'm like, well, maybe they just make everybody fill it out. Right. And then if you make it, they have it.
Right.
And so Parker's like, Mom, they didn't ask me that question. I'm not so sure I made it, because you can hear through the wall.
Yes.
And so I said, so when we let the kids know, just so I could clear the air for it. She's like, oh, well, you guys all made it.
Oh, that's good. That is so always Parker's such a concern, how long they have to wait to find out for something.
Yeah. So it was entertaining. But for the kids to have to have their nerves and go through that. And there were a panel of 5 judges. And let me tell you, the other good news of the Geauga County Fair is that the Horn Dorsets now have their own sheep show class.
Thank goodness.
I'm so excited. They said, tell your mom in the interview that she got a class for her sheep.
I don't even know what that means, but I think it's so exciting.
It is. We're going to end on that note because I'm ready. I'm sure you're ready to crawl back in your hole.
Back to bed.
I'm just excited that the Horn Dorsets have a sheep show class all to themselves.
Thank you guys for listening to what was probably the worst podcast ever.
Until next time, friends.
Have a great week.